Greetings, military fans, I guess, and welcome to another review of the Panzer Sammlung, the tank collection issue number 3. This time we've got in here the Panzerjäger Tiger Elefant, Elephant or Ferdinand as it was called. Let's have a look at the model first. It goes up. Here's a nice picture of a, well, it looks pretty deserted or destroyed. Technical stuff. 6-man crew, 86,000 kilogram. Miniature itself, really nice paint job. Again, it's not screwed on that well, but die cast again, and really for about 11 euro, that's which spares me the act of painting. That's really cool. It's from the Panzerjäger Abteilung 653, Anzio, Italy, 1944. This tank was, well, one of the many rushed designs which were just thrown at the front lines way too early before sufficient testing. Its frontal armor of 200mm was almost impenetrable for any tanks of that time. The 88mm gun in return could destroy about any other Allied or Russians are allies tank, but with this version, or at least has a small machine gun here. I believe the first versions didn't even have that, so as soon as Russian infantry came close they could attach mines and just blow them up. But for the force, way too heavy for this chassis, so a lot of technical difficulties, as usual, with all the German heavy tanks. But for long-range defense against enemy tanks, as long as he's supported by infantry nearby, I'd rather have him on my side than on the enemy side. So much for the model. Oh yeah, and the gun, the gun does go up and down a tiny little bit. Let's talk about the magazine. What's in here? Looking for a new weapon, how tanks were developed and why. In the First World War, here's one of the iconic British tank Mark I. As you can see, he's got some attachment back here which helps him cross trenches. These nets up here were to prevent grenades, hand grenades, being thrown on it, where it would tumble down here. What else? Oh god, look at that. Sorry, it's a bit cramped in here. That's modified tractor from the Kiln Strait company. It's a testing vehicle. This one here, the so-called Little Willie, which doesn't look that little. Also, the British organization which were to develop these was called Landship Committee. So tanks were considered or called landships back then, which makes sense. Yes, it's the so-called pet rail landship, able to transport 70 fully equipped soldiers. Was never produced though. Panzerjäger Elefant, a vulnerable giant. Yeah. Hitler, Porsche, and Albert Speer inspecting that thing. Nice little fold, double page here with some technical specifications. Different color patterns. this one, it's just the Rostschutzfarbe. It's paint that you put on to prevent it from rusting. So there's not really any camo on it so far. As you can see, the first ones here, as I said, don't even have the machine gun compared to this one. What else? It was so-called rolling bunker or driving bunker. However, yeah, good for defending against far away enemy tanks, but in the offensive or in difficult terrain it was just useless basically. First experience at the front lines with tanks on the British sides. The element of surprise that was huge back then, since there were no tanks existing well before they were made. Obviously, here's the German Sturmpanzerwagen A7V, gigantic and immobile thing. But it had an interestingly shaped armor back then already. Well, yeah, that's it. This was issue number 3. Next one should be interesting. It has the Jagdtiger in there, an even larger, heavier and better armored and better armed vehicle than this one. The Panzer Sammlung, issue number 3. Panzerjäger, Tiger, Ferdinand, Elefant, whatever. Nice little thing. I really need to speed up my reviews. I believe this is issue number 3 and we're already at, I believe, 48. Issue number 48 or something like that, so I need to hurry up. So, until then, Superior Man signing off. See you in another video.